everyone and welcome to today's video. Now today I'm going to be talking about the Spanish Grand Prix weekend for Formula 1, Formula 2 and Formula 3. Before we get into that, let's talk about the next race for Formula 1 and Formula 2, which is Monaco, the prestigious Monaco Grand Prix. So, first off with F2, because that's coming up. Well, it's the feeder series, so it doesn't really matter, but it got free practice, which starts on Thursday, which is on 17:05 to 17:50, which is, I think it is 5:05 to 5:50. And then we got, so this is weird. Is this the first time they've done? Actually, I don't think so. So they have two different qualifying groups. So we've got qualifying group A and qualifying group B. Group A will start off on Friday, and that'll be starting at 11:40 to 11:56. And then qualifying group B, that will start at 12:04 to 12:20. Then the sprint race, so I think it's, however, I don't know, like they just do like the qualifying from there, whatever. And then when that whole circus thing ends, we'll move on to the sprint race, which is on a Saturday, which will start at 5:40 to 6:25, I think. I might be wrong. No, wait, am I? No, I'm fine. I'm right. While Sunday, the feature race, that will start at 9:50 to 10:50, so that's a very, very early race for the F2 drivers in Monaco. And then finally for F1, so we got FP1 on 27th of May and FP2 as well. That will start at 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Wait, hang on. Okay, never mind. FP2, that will start at 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. FP3, that will start on May 28th, FP3 and qualifying. That will start on 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock for FP3. Qualifying, that will start at 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock. And then the race, that will start May 29th, will start at 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. So, very normal European race times there. But let's now move on to the results for the Spanish Grand Prix. We'll first start off with F3. Now, F3's next race is at Silverstone, so just, I mean, as you can see on your screen. So they will have a very, very, very long break, a very, very long break until Silverstone. So first off with the sprint race, and that was won by David Vidals. So this is his first race win in his debut season. Second place is Jack Crawford, then Charles Collet. Now, I think something happened between Crawford and Vidals. I might be wrong with that because apparently they didn't talk during the cool down room. So I can't remember what happened there, but something happened. And I'll do the top. So I'll first do the top 10, and then I'll do the top 20. So in fourth place behind the podium places is Arthur Leclerc, then Juan Manuel Carrera, Alexander Samola, Kalen Fedrick, Roman Stanek, Reese Yoshijima, and Isaac Hadjar. Roman Stanek did get pole position for the feature race. And then we'll do the top 20 next. So there we go. So first off with Gregorio Saucy, then Oliver Bierman, Jean-Manuel Mate, or Pepe Mate, whatever you want to call him, Rafael Villagomez, William Alatalo, Oliver Rasmussen, Kushmane, Zach O'Sullivan, Francesco Mavesti, and Liram Zindelli, who, if you could just see right there, he was filling in, I think, for David Schumacher for this race. That 15 Cherouz Racing car has had, I think, total of 3 drivers this season. I can't remember who the first one was, but I mean, it was David Schumacher and now Liram Zindelli as the 3 drivers driving that 15 Cherouz Racing car. Oh, well, there's the feature race winner. It was Victor Martins, who basically dominated the feature race. I was actually watching it, and Victor Martins indeed dominate. Then it was Roman Stanek and Isaac Hadjar as the podium. And then top 10, if I can scroll up a bit. So in fourth place we got Alexander Samola, then Oliver Bierman, Jack Crawford, Charles Collet, Franco Colapinto, Kalen Fedrick, and Juan Manuel Carrera. And then top 20, once again in 11th place is Gregorio Saucy, then William Alatalo, Zane Maloney, then Oliver Rasmussen. I don't know how to say his name. Liram Zindelli, Arthur Leclerc, Francesco, I think it is Pizzi. I think it's Francesco Pizzi. I might be wrong. Nazim Azman, Reese Yoshijima, and Jean Mate, or Pepe Mate, whatever you want to say his name again. Or I think like Joe something Mate, I think it is. I might be wrong. But it is F3 all done. Let's have a look. Let's have a quick look at the standings for F2 as of right now. And once again, I'll only do yeah, I'll just do top 20. I think I did last time. Honest, it's been such a long time since I did F3 that I cannot remember how I did this. But Victor Martins currently in the lead with 62 points in front of Roman Stanek, who has 56. 6 points behind Stanek is Jack Crawford, then Isaac Hadger, Arthur Leclerc, Alexander Samola, Oliver Bierman, Franco Colapinto, Juan Manuel Carrera, and David Van Dals. Then top 20, we'll have a look at that. Charles Collette, Kalen Fedrick, Gregaro Saucy, Zay Maloney, Zach O'Sullivan, Kush Mane, Oliver Rasmussen, William Alatalo, Rafael Villagomez, and Reese Yoshijima as right now the top 20. So that is F3 all done, and the next race will be at Silverstone on the 1st to the 3rd of July. So I have a look at F2. So F2, it was basically dominated by one driver, and you'll find out who that one driver is. Sprint race 1. So the sprint race was won by Felipe Drugovich. Second place, Aramu Awasa and Logan Sargent. Those two got their first ever podiums in F2. And then top 10, if I can scroll down a bit, there we go. In 4th place, Jihan Deruvala, Teo Porchet, Jack Doohan, Frederick Veste, Enzo Fittipaldi, Liam Lawson, and Marcus Armstrong round out the top 10. Then, for the rest of the drivers as classified, we've got Richard Verschoor, Dennis Hauger, Ollie Codwell, Clement Novalak, Roy Nassani, Callum Williams, Marina Sato, Sam Bolokabasi, Amaru Cordell, and Jake Hughes ran out the top of 20, or I guess the classified finishers. Ralph Boschung did set out on this race because of some illness that he had. And Callum Williams was actually on the front, I think it was on pole position on the reverse grid for this race. Stalled it on the formation lap, so he had to sign pit lane. Really does suck for him, but that's just how the results are. Feature race that was won by Felipe Drugovich. Wow, who knew? And then second place, Jack Doohan, and third place, Frederick Vastid. Jack Doohan was on pole position. And then top 10, so we only do top 10, there we go. In 4th place, Logan Sargent, Clemens Novalak, Enzo Fittipaldi, Marcus Armstrong, Teo Porchet, Liam Lawson, and Roy Nassani ran at the top 10. Then we got Cal Williams, Amamu Awasa, Tennis Hauger, Ollie Codwell, Amaru Cordell, Jake Hughes, Yuri Vips, Richard Verschoor, Marina Sato, and Sam Bolokabasi ran out the top 20. Then the only driver which retired was Gian Deruvala. I think he lost power, and I think he made contact with Dennis Hauger as well when he was slow. Hauger tried to avoid, and it just didn't really work out. Obviously, I cannot show what happened because of copyright issues, because of FOM. Thanks, FOM. So I can't really do anything about that. So let's have a look at the standings. So we'll do, I guess, all the drivers. They also recently added the French Grand Prix, so their schedule is going to be a lot bigger now. So Felipe Drugovich has a massive lead compared to Teo Porcher. Felipe Drugovich has 86 points. Teo Porcher has 60 points. A massive lead. I think that's 26 points, I think that is. If my math is correct. Yes, it is. Yes, my math is correct, surprisingly. In 3rd place, Jihan Deruvala, Liam Lawson, Marcus Armstrong, Logan Sargent. There we go. Gian Deruvala, Liam Lawson, not Logan Sargent, Jesus Christ. Marcus Armstrong, then Logan Sargent, Richard Verschoor, Ralph Boschung, Yuri Vips, and Jack Doohan ran out the top 10. Then for the other drivers, Amamu Awasa, Enzo Fittipaldi, Frederick Vestier, Clemens Novalak, Dennis Hauger, Roy Nassani, Jake Hughes, Cal Williams, David Beckman, Marina Sato ran out the top 20, and Ollie Codwell, Amaru Cordell, and Sam Bolokabasi ran out the 23 drivers in F2. Now let's move on to F1, where everyone is basically waiting for. Everyone's waiting for F1. I don't blame you, because F1 was something else in the Spanish Grand Prix. Max Verstappen gets his fourth win of the season. Might be wrong. It was a Red Bull 1-2, as well as that Sergio Perez got 2nd place. George Russell ran out the podium in the Mercedes. Then our hometown hero, well, home country as well, I guess you could say as well, Carlos Sainz and Lewis Hamilton, Valtteri Bottas, Esteban Ocon, Lando Norris, Fernando Alonso, and Yuki Tsunoda ran out the top 10. Now you can't really see that. There you go. For the other drivers, we have Sebastian Vettel, Daniel Ricciardo, Pierre Gasly, Mick Schumacher, Lance Stroll, Nicholas Latifi, Kevin Magnussen, Alexander Albon ran out all the drivers who finished. For the non-classified drivers, we got Zhou Guanyu and Charles Leclerc. Yes, Leclerc did retire from the race, and as you can tell, Perez got a fast lap of the race. Albon received a 5-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. And as well, driver of the day goes to Lewis Hamilton, and actually, I'll talk about what happened to him now. Hamilton and Magnussen collide in turn 4. Quite funny because that was also when Hamilton and Rosberg collided in 2016 when they were teammates in Mercedes. But I think Hamilton had the pits. Magnussen was, it affected him massively. He was 17th place. I think he qualified like 5th place, I think. And he just, actually no, he qualified 8th place actually, sorry. And he fell down the order to 17th, which is massive. But Hamilton worked his way up. He got 5th place, which is really, really good for the Mercedes. Lap 7, Carlos Sainz into the gravel in turn 4, and 2 laps later, lap 9, Verstappen also into the gravel. So, 2 drivers got going to the gravel in turn 4. So, turn 4 was a very difficult place for these F1 drivers. Lap 24 and 28, Russell versus Verstappen. That was a little battle going on. It was actually a really entertaining one. It was a good battle. Lap 27, between that, Leclerc loses power. He got onto radio, complained that he lost power and he had to retire the car. Definitely not how Verstappen. In my opinion, not how Verstappen should have won that. But it is racing. It's racing. Can't do much anything about it. So yeah, it is what it is. Lap 28. Well, Russell and Verstappen were battling. Stroll and Gasly, they collided in turn 1. That hampered both of their days. You see Stroll in 15th, sorry, Gasly in 13th. Then lap 31, Perez passes Russell into the lead. Lap 58, Carlos Sainz and Lewis Hamilton, they both passed Bottas for 4th and 5th respectively. Bottas obviously dropped down to 6th place. And at the end of the race, it was Verstappen winning in a 13-second margin over his teammate Sergio Perez. So that is the Spanish Grand Prix all done. It was actually a pretty decent race. That's what I've seen on social media. It was really good. Not as good. I'll get to NASCAR later. NASCAR was a very different story. Norris, I think, was also a tough race for him because I think he was diagnosed with some disease. I put up on screen if I can remember it, or I can try and find. Actually, hang on. I got this. It's on F1 here. Here we go. Diagnosed with I'm not even gonna pronounce that. I don't even know what it is. I generally don't know. I've never ever heard of this disease. So it is inflammation of the tonsils, which is the 2 oval-shaped pads of tissue at the back of the throat. Damn, okay, so Norris is obviously struggling. Symptoms include sore throat, difficulty swallowing, and tender lymph nodes. Treatment can range from home care remedies to surgical removal. And it affected him a lot, obviously. So, but either way, 8th place is a fantastic result for him, even with that, especially with that disease. It's not that great, but still, with the disease that he had, I'm never gonna pronounce saying that because you guys are gonna make fun of me in the comments. So a great result for Norris either way. So I'll have a look at the standings, and we'll have a look at the driver standings if I can try to find that. There we go. Max Verstappen has taken over the lead from Charles Leclerc after his retirement at the Spanish Grand Prix. Total of 6 points has now separated the two. Then it got Sergio Perez. Let me just do top 10. There we go. And then it got Sergio Perez. 3rd place, George Russell. Carlos Sainz, Lewis Hamilton, Lando Norris, Valtteri Bottas, Esteban Ocon, and Kevin Magnussen ran out the top 10. Then got Yuki Tsunoda, Daniel Ricciardo, Pierre Gasly, Sebastian Vettel, Fernando Alonso, Alexander Albon, Lance Stroll, Zhou Guanyu, Mick Schumacher, Nico Hulkenberg, and Nicholas Latifi ran out all the drivers who competed in this year's season. So just a reminder that Monaco will be the next race in the F1 calendar, and also F2 as well. So that's really bad. So that's really about it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys on next time in the next one. Goodbye.